Good morning. Today's topic is balanced chemical equations. First thing we need to know is why do we need to balance a chemical equation? For that, we have a law. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. To establish this relation, we need to balance a chemical equation. Meaning of a balance of meaning of a balance equation is total mass of elements present in the products of a chemical reaction is equal to the total mass of elements present as the reactants. In other words, number of atoms of each elements remain same before and after a chemical reaction. Also, we can say that total mass of the elements taking part in the chemical reaction remains constant. Hence, we need to balance a skeletal chemical equation. In previous class, I have taught you how to write a chemical equation, which is called a skeletal chemical equation. Now, to understand what is unbalanced and balanced equation, you can see the schematic of preparation of HCl. Here we are taking 2 atoms of hydrogen and 2 atoms of chlorine. In first diagram it is unbalanced and in second diagram it is balanced. Now let us try to balance a following chemical equation. Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2, that is iron plus water gives iron oxide plus hydrogen. Step 1 is to write the first skeletal equation with symbols. Step 2, list the number of atoms of different elements. Here there are 3 elements: iron, hydrogen and oxygen. So we will make a column. In first column we write element symbol or name. In second column we write number of atoms in reactants or left hand side of the arrow. In third column we write number of atoms in products, that is right hand side of the arrow. Step 3 is to start balancing the chemical equation. For preference, we start by balancing the maximum number of atoms. Here the maximum number of atoms of oxygen are present, so we start by oxygen, that is Fe3O4. Now to balance the oxygen atoms we need to balance the numbers. We can see that the maximum number is in product side, so we multiply by 4 on the reactant side. So we write 4 in front of H2O and in step 4 we see that iron and hydrogen are still not balanced. We will first balance the hydrogen, as we have altered the number of hydrogens by multiplying 4. यहाँ पर हम देखेंगे कि जब हमने 4 को मल्टीप्लाई किया H2O से तो नंबर ऑफ एटम्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन हो गए हैं 8 और प्रोडक्ट साइड में है सिर्फ 2। तो यहाँ पर हम प्रोडक्ट साइड में 4 का मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे जिससे कि हम हाइड्रोजन के एटम्स को बैलेंस कर पाएँ। तो अब इक्वेशन में प्रोडक्ट साइड और रिएक्टेंट साइड 8 एटम्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन हैं। In step 5 we balance the iron atoms. We see that there are 3 iron atoms in reactant product side, so we multiply by 3 in reactant side. To equalize iron, we take 3 atoms of iron in left hand side of the arrow and we multiply it by 3 and write it down. Finally, check the correctness of the balanced chemical equation. The checkpoints will be number of atoms of elements should be equal and mass should be same. This is also called heat and trial method. Now, the last step is to write the physical states of the compounds. Here, iron is a solid, so we write S in a bracket. H2 is a liquid, so we write L in a bracket, small l. Fe3O4 is a solid, so we write S in a small bracket. H2 is a gas, so we write small g in a small bracket. Similarly, if there was an aqueous solution, we write AQ. 4 notation should be there: Gl, AQ and S. Suppose there was a catalyst or a specific condition, we write it on the arrow itself as demonstrated by photosynthesis equation. In previous class, one student asked me why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in air. I have explained that it forms a layer of magnesium oxide which prevents the burning or gives imperfection in combustion. Your assignment is to write the balanced equation for the following chemical reactions. I am also giving the answers, but try it yourself. Now the next topic is types of chemical reaction.